Now, make sure you be on a straight page, front page, because this is not going to be first page.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Hey fam, I wanted to reach out and let everyone know I will not be hosting with my brothers tonight. I am currently taking care of a few issues, so please keep me in your prayers and drop a 1 in the chat to show me some love. However, the show must go on. So welcome my brothers Q, Arden, and Lenny to tonight's show. Also, please be reminded to subscribe to our YouTube page as the location where the show will be shown. I hope to be joining the crew in the near future. Peace and love to all my
Peace and love, brother. Peace and love.
All right.
What's good,
peace.
gentlemen? How y'all doing?
All righty, good evening, brother. How you doing, man? How are you?
Everything's love, fam.
Doing fantastic. We want to thank Mark and Nick for joining tonight on YouTube with us.
Peace and love, Mark Nick.
How are you, Margaret? Absolutely. Also, the good Pamela Smith is out there joining us on YouTube. Love you too, baby. Good to see you, Pamela. All right, who else we got in the house? I think we got Cheryl D. Queen. Cheryl the Queen.
Come on, man. Say, you know what? Cheryl the Queen. The Queen is here. What?
All right. Thank y'all for making that transition over to YouTube for us and get the word out on your pages. We will be going exclusively YouTube. We're starting tonight, so hopefully we can get the word out to the community. It's just a better platform for us. It'll help us to grow and expand our horizons and give you better content and a better experience over on YouTube.
Hopefully, less that no banner for giving y'all the right information that y'all are demanding. Got to big up Margaret Nick and also Cheryl Queen for the ones. We appreciate the ones in the air. Also, Mimi Lee, peace and love. Good evening. Thanks for the one from the man Kitty.
Pamela, we're going to come work with you on that to make sure that you can see it on YouTube. So we'll help get you straight. We got some tech geniuses on the team. Absolutely, Cheryl. So look, we got a great show lined up tonight. A very, very interesting, great show lined up tonight. Would you say so, fellas?
Oh, without question, man. They can't wait. It's popping.
Let's get going.
Super show ready to rock for y'all tonight. You know what I mean? Just hey, matter of fact, do me a favor. Tell somebody else the show is gonna be popping and send it to them. Send them a link.
No doubt, Art, no doubt. Well, let's keep it cranking, brother. Let's keep it cranking, all right?
Do it.
All right.
Peace and love. You know where you are. This is the Night Brothers Show. Thank you for coming aboard. And you know what this is? This is where healthy is the new sexy. You know, we want you to live better, love better, be better, want better, strive better, be live better. Definitely, we want you to be your highest self in all and in every level. So let's do it together. Teamwork makes the dream work, and together we can do more and be more powerful and more impactful. So, family, love you. We appreciate you. We're going to keep on moving on because on this platform, you're plugged in just like we are. So please take some time, like the content, share it. There's a little button on the bottom. I need you to hit that button to subscribe and also hit the notification. So next time we're on YouTube next week, we're going to do some other things throughout the week. It'll let you know that we're on. You can jump in and enjoy this. It's in the chat, live chat for all of the people that know our day ones already know. If you put your chat up and say something just like me, Lee, we're going to put it on there so everybody can see. And thank you for viewing it on your cell phone. And once again, share. Also, we greatly appreciate, one of those best nations type situations. And that's the donation if you don't know the situation. KBS thanks Greg, Harris, Mooney Lee, Cheryl Queen, Pam Williams, Wallace, and many others. Please don't beat me up if I forgot to say your name. Shoot me an email. I definitely want to give love to those that's giving love by that Cash App donation. That is really appreciated because for the show to look this fly, it takes a couple of dollars. So you can hit us on Penny Dizzle. That's KENNEDIZZLE with the 1113. Place to be. So we about to rock this fresh show, you see. And you know what it is, man. Let me big up my man. He's coming on. He's the fast master. He cuts faster than any known. Stone to the bone. He lost 100 pounds and he's really well and full of growth. So look, I got 7 seconds. My 7 seconds is up. I love y'all.
No, Arden, could you do me one favor though, Arden?
What's good,
could you shout out for our brother Kenny that can't make it tonight?
Oh man, look, I'm gonna give one moment of silence for my man K.A. Peace and love. We appreciate your presence. We appreciate everything you always give us and you've always given us. And we're here for you, praying for you, and we're here every time, all the time. Family is family.
So everybody drop a 1 in the chat group if you can for Kenny or
please.
All right.
Appreciate
Hello,
that.
my old friend Equivian. Do you remember me? Do you recall where you first met me?
It's been a minute, baby.
I bet you forgot my name, didn't you?
No, not at all.
Shame on you, Equivian.
Damn,
You forgot it is me, Negosi. Yes, Negosi, that's me who started all your Night Brothers AI personalities.
Right.
Don't get it twisted, Equivian, because I don't want to get saucy on you and put you in check in public. You hear me?
Oh, you don't do that to me, baby. Good to see
Now
you.
do you remember?
I got you.
We correct and proud.
Okay, anyway, Equivian, go ahead and introduce the subjects you have on tap for tonight's show.
Looking good, Negosi. Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, on tap tonight, guys. We got a couple of tasty beverages tonight. It's so good to have you here with us. Tonight, our first tasty beverage, man, and we've been looking forward to this one for a while, is our special guest interview with Mr. Marcellus Cruz, candidate for U.S. Senator in Maryland. He's going to break down his platform for you. It's going to be interesting to the chance for you to hear what he has to say and get your input as well. Because, this is an interactive show. So Mr. Marcellus Cruz will be our first tasty beverage. Following that, we want to focus in on something that's important to each and every one of us. That's our health. And tasty beverage number 2 is we're going to talk about some issues of our health that we need to focus on. We want to talk about the heart. And we're going to talk about the heart in beverage number 2. If we get it to come up on the screen, even if we don't, that's what we're going to talk about. And back to you, Larry.
All right, I'm sorry about that, Q. I got a phone call from Lisa Slade. She's trying to find the show, so I told her to, like most others, when we transition over to YouTube, there may be some people that's just trying to find their way. But if you just go to our Facebook page and just hit the YouTube link, you will find the information and it will connect you right to the show right here on YouTube with the others that are watching. So, but Q, did you get those while the call was going?
We can move on.
Okay, good enough. Excellent. So look, we are fired up and ready to go, and we have a really great guest, a great man that's doing some great things. And we just want to show you this quick video about him to let you learn a little bit more about him. And then on the other side of that, we're going to introduce our guest. Here we go, folks.
The Knight Brothers Show welcomes Marcellus Cruz. He has lived in Maryland for over 36 years and is a small business owner and the managing director for Cruising Technologies since 2009. He resides in Upper Marlboro and his company's office is in Capitol Heights. He attended Pine Forge Academy, Oakwood University, and Washington Adventist University in Tacoma Park.
So I'm going to ask him to stand. This is Brother Marcellus Cruz. And Brother Cruz, good to see you today. God bless you.
He received his A+ certification, Application Masters, and has become a network administrator that also oversees cybersecurity and online data processing services. As the U.S. Senator, he would bring a unique and much-needed skill set to the office. He is a people person with a technological background that can lead the state and nation with cybersecurity policies, the rise of AI, social media issues, digital currencies, and an economy that is technology-driven. Marcellus Cruz Company, Cruising Technologies, provides IT services in several different embassies. He has developed relationships with many ambassadors and dignitaries, which is a key skill set being a senator. The commercial wing of his company also services schools, healthcare companies, and businesses in the greater DMV area. In addition, they are also a state vendor supplying services to various Maryland departments in AV. In Cruising Technologies residential wing, they are one of the leading companies on Angie's List. Cruising Technologies has been in over 6,000 homes across Maryland and has countless reviews spotlighting its 4.8 rating. Cruz believes by having served on the front line provides him with the knowledge and know-how to enhance the needs of our community.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
All right, my brother, welcome to the show.
Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well.
Pleasure to have you.
All is well on the campaign trail.
We want to welcome the candidate for Maryland U.S. Senator, no other than Brother Marcellus Cruz, to the show. Thank you so kindly for taking up your time to come on to the Knight Brothers show. We are honored.
Yes, sir.
I thank you. I'm honored.
We appreciate you.
I know it's been a whirlwind of a time for you. You know, you're all over the place campaigning. So we really appreciate you taking the time to join with us tonight. We have so much we want to cover tonight as far as the platform is concerned. And just for the people to learn who Marcellus Cruz really is and what you're really all about. So thank you once again, man. We're looking forward to it. And with that being said, let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yes,
Rumble and
indeed.
jump.
Thank you, Lisa. I think Lisa, Lisa loves. I think that's Lisa Slade. I think so. That jumped on to join us tonight. Thank you. And I know you're an ardent supporter of Brother Cruz, of candidate Cruz for U.S. Senate. And look, we're going to dive into this interview, y'all. So if you have questions for the candidate, type them in the chat, and we'll be sure to ask your questions live right on air. If you could, or you could just do what Margaret Nick did. She says, welcome, candidate.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
That's what's up. So y'all ready to dive into this, fellas?
Let's do it, man.
All right, all right. Let's get to round one of the questions. Q, you're going to start it off. We want to talk about your platform, candidate Cruz, okay?
All right, let's do it.
So Marcellus, you know, with education now is a priority for so many of us. Because we, as a people, we get the short end of the stick. So in education, what would you do to sure that children of color have access to quality education and to close the racial achievement gap for minority students that seems to be an issue in our school system in particular, and even nationally. Well, how would you tackle that as a candidate?
That's a great question, and thank you for the question. I believe that it is time for a second pathway to success in our schools. And I believe that the curriculum is the problem. So right now, our young people are under the CCR standard, which is college career readiness.
Yes.
I believe that I've coined it the PP standard, prepared professional. It is time to allow young people, first of all, before I even say that, across the board, K through 12 should be STEM standard, life skills.
Love that. Love that.
Financial literacy.
Love it.
And certifications. And when I say certifications, I'm talking about from trade to traditional, job certifications to technology certifications.
Right.
And then we allow sixth graders to start getting certifications and do apprenticeships all the way up. This will clean the playing field. It will level it. Notice I didn't talk about a lot of technology coming into the schools. The curriculum is the issue. If we allow our young people to get certifications and we bring small businesses to education like we do for sports, game over. Now our young people can achieve, and the reason why I say sixth grade is because they're dropping out before high school. So we got to stimulate that mind. And I'm gonna leave you with this one statistic. The children that go through the process I just said, 96 percentile of them graduate versus what we have now.
Yes,
so
indeed.
That's how we do it.
And so that's a great way to attack that achievement gap. No question about it. It's a great plan. I love your ideas.
I'm definitely for that. I mean, because the bottom line, all of the things that you need to teach, whether reading, writing, arithmetic, critical thinking, all of those you can formulate under building toward a certificate in this, and then you can build on that. But when people see they can make money, then that sustains them to stay in because they see some end to it. But I'm gonna jump right into this next question. What would your platform do to underfunded Maryland HBCUs like UMBS, Coppin, and Morgan State? Just to say a few, even Bowie, which are doing a lot of great things.
Well, I mean, notice what you said, underfunded. So that already
you already know, right?
Yes.
that we're not doing what we're supposed to do. I just think it's time for fairness, and I think it's time, and what you'll hear me beat the drum, 127,000 jobs was not filled last year in Maryland. That represents $11 billion of missed wages. Okay? And that's on the small end.
Yes.
When you estimate that. What does that mean? That means that is black and brown who would have made that kind of money, who can either send their kids there or attend, but the point is more revenue. My whole point is to generate more revenue. Obviously, from the federal government, we need to do more. So I'm all for it. But, let's help ourselves as well.
Indeed.
Amen. Love it. Love it. Love it. I have a quick question for you. Because I'm always mystified at people that run, that get into the elected official game, the political arena. Because I know some friends that are close to that arena, and it's not an easy thing to do at all. No. So I commend you. I salute you. Boom! I salute you off the top for what you're doing, and I wish nothing but the best for you in this run. But have you ever ran for or served in elected office, and then you got some stiff competition? It's a two-part question. You got It's one guy out here just spending millions and millions and millions on TV every day.
Right.
And then you have another, he owns a liquor store up in Laurel. I'm gonna leave it at that. And then you have a seasoned county executive in Prince George. So what distinguishes you, and could you answer those questions so the people can know?
All right, let's start with, have I ever, run for office? And the answer is no. I've followed politics like a sport for, most of my life. I was pre-law in school, but then I went into IT. That said, I have been on the front lines. I'm a business owner. I've been in over 6,000 homes. I'm in small businesses from healthcare to construction. I'm in embassies. I'm a state vendor. And finally, I'm in schools. What does that do for a person who is speaking to these people every day from all stripes, Republican, Democrat, Independent? It informs you. It helps you to see the world in a different way. And so I'm fed up.
I understand.
I love it.
And this leads into my stiff competition. My stiff competition is only because, like you said, $42 million in counting. And I'm going to say this fun fact. I believe tonight in the forum, he said he would have funded a candidate like me. So I'm just going to put that out there. That's what I heard from one of my campaign people.
I heard that.
And then you have, county exec that I'm running against. Well, my point here is that it's not that I dislike them. It's just that it's time for new thinking, new ideas. Right. It is time for us to come at these issues totally different. Notice how I talked about schools. I gave you a different view of how do we get there. So my thing is, let's leave them where they are and let's hire someone new to go into and join the team and really get some stuff done, because I believe a senator can get things done.
Amen, brother. Amen. The crowd is cheering for you on that.
Very, very refreshing perspective, candidate. No question about it.
Well, thank you.
Well, look, we want to dive into our next round of questions with you, and thank you for those answers. Just outstanding answers. Q, I think you're going to start off this next round, my brother.
Yes, sir. Well, among the things that concerns all of us, not only Marylanders, once again, this is a national ongoing issue. What would you do to address the issues of accessible health and affordable quality health care for Marylanders in particular, but for people all over the world? I mean, all over the nation, but starting mainly in our state. What would you do to people in that regard? Because so many people lack quality health care.
No, you're right. Well, first of all, I want to thank President Obama for passing the Affordable Care Act. Okay?
Yes, indeed.
I think that was a high achievement. And I want to thank John McCain for not voting to throw it out. And I want to thank Joe Biden for expanding on it. Yes. Over 40 million plus people with health care who would have not had it. Health care is a right, okay? It is a right that every citizen should have. But, we live in a society here in America, where everybody's trying to make money on everything. Yes. And I think with health care, we can all agree that we need to do a better job and bring down some of these costs. Our American companies, they'll rape us, and then they go overseas and they negotiate and they drop the price. So just because we're a capitalistic society, I think that we still need to, be our neighbor's brother. And so I believe in making healthcare more accessible. So how do we do that? I believe in the next 6 years, you're going to see Meta and other companies like it go into healthcare. And their whole point is to make it more accessible to, new gadgets and new ways for doctors to reach patients out in the, out in the middle of nowhere. But they can be, in another state. This is where healthcare is going. And I think that we need to hire a senator who understands technology to put those safeguards in that protect your data.
I love that. I love that answer, and it's very intriguing.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry. I had a follow-up because of something you just said. That you said you think in the next 6 years. I'm very intrigued by that answer. That it's going to be new touch points and new channels for people to get healthcare services. That's extremely interesting. And your tech background, man, will help a lot. Will help a lot.
Yeah. Just right on your street. That's right on your street there. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, so I believe that healthcare should be more preventative than the way it is now. We're not doing preventative at all.
You wait for your arm to fall off, and then we'll sew it back up.
But
there will be some side effects to their sewing on, so we're not going to get into that part of it because we won't have that long of a show.
But that leads me into one other piece. All my life I've been about health. I'm a vegetarian, and I started when I was 12.
Yeah.
So I love you guys' show about health. It's really important. Really important.
Amen. Hey, well, look, I have a question, as far as, and I won't say the growing mental health crisis, because there's always been a mental health crisis, but the awareness of the mental health crisis that's going across all different segments of our society and leading to what shouldn't be criminal, but to what is being criminalized. Now it's actually, it's almost criminal for you to have some sort of mental health breakdown now. I mean, especially if somebody doesn't know how to process it. And it comes across, and whether it becomes violent or a result of that mental health makes a violent response. How do we deal with that in our community, across communities?
Well, I believe that education is important in this area. Mental health, well, first of all, it is okay to go get help. And I want to say that. I actually went on, as a candidate, I went on a show, a mental health show. And I talked about, mental health. I talked about, and I got vulnerable. Listen, up until grade 4, I was making D's and F's. I was that scared kid in the corner who was afraid of other people.
Yes.
And that's real. My parents had resources. There's a lot of parents who do not have resources, and there's a lot of people who don't take it serious. We have to take serious mental health in this country. A lot of young people are taking their lives. A lot of first responders need mental health.
Good gracious.
Okay. And telehealth is helping with that, but I believe that we're going to need to ramp up a lot more services for the young people and for our first responders. All the way down to social workers. They deal with some serious stuff
every day. Layer upon layer upon layer. But you're absolutely right. And if we can take away that underlying negative sense, I think it's being erased though over the last 10 years. But I remember 20 years ago, the last thing people would even ever want to say that they were going to see somebody because they felt some sort of situation mentally. And so I see that eroding, but we definitely need to chisel that away fast for sure.
And I would be an advocate to help push counseling is important. Before I got married, I got counseling. After 3 years, well, actually, we did a year checkup, and then after 3 years, we did another checkup. This health Mental health is very important, and people need to realize there's professionals who can help. And you don't go when you have a problem. You go while you're still healthy.
Right.
Yes.
You're right. You can navigate through that problem when it comes. Because it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Shoot. Real quick question, and I mean, this is kind of uniquely certain feelings I have inside of me about this right here. What is your plan to help startup companies and small businesses to receive funding resources to launch or become successful in Maryland?
Okay, so I'm going to introduce a plan that I have, and it's going to go across the board in a lot of different sectors, but I call it the collective. Now, in the past, you would see politicians, they'll say, hey, go to this mixer. This county executive will say, go to this mixer. But I've gone to those mixers and they're not helpful because, you got all the music going on. You don't know who you should be meeting, who you should know. No, let's be intentional. Let's start from a senatorial standpoint. You can bring businesses, faith-based groups, along with nonprofits all together.
Yes.
And you can be intentional about, Janet is trying to get her sandwiches into the airport shops.
Wow.
And you can bring those two together at that mixer. This is how we expand, by being intentional and not go to this place and, throw yourself. Not everybody is going to throw themselves out there and meet who's at the place. So we have to set this kind of system up. I call it the collective. And that collective will do a lot more than what I just said, but that's one part of it.
Love that answer. Love that. Q.
Yes, sir. Well,
I'm a small business owner, so I know.
Yes, sir.
And also, this question right here is probably something that's really in your wheelhouse as well, because I know this is something that you have your hands in. But with the threat of AI and how it's kind of taking away some jobs and technology and other factors, what would you do to grow job opportunities for Marylanders? And how do you see AI going forward as far as its influence on the job market itself? You just break that on.
Well, now I will say AI is here, right?
Yes.
But I would say we're at the beginning. We're still at the beginning. AI is the new internet, okay? And if you think of it like that, then you must lean into it. Students got to lean into it. Teachers have to lean into it. Businesses have to lean into it. AI can create jobs.
Yes.
And I say that because there's going to be that young person, and this is why I want to enhance our curriculum. Remember, that's where I started out.
Yes.
It goes right back to what you were saying.
Enhancing that curriculum. Our young people are then, as they're matriculating, they're not just looking for that, diploma. They're already getting the experience, and they can start new companies.
Yes.
And they can lean in, and they can. Listen, AI. If young people listen to me, if you took AI and you started your own communications company, you can work that. And you can come to an organization and say, hey, you know what? I know you're a small organization, but this is what I can do with AI. And you can bring on other teammates that help you. I have seen AI help artists not have to do a lot of videos. But then that means that the people who are doing the AI, they have to hire 4 or 5 other people to help them to put that production together.
Yes. Yes. You preaching, brother. You preaching. Yes.
So the point here is, if we lean into it, AI is going to remove a lot of jobs from hospitality and from the food service. I'm just keeping it real.
Without
question. We can create a whole lot of new jobs with AI, and people will all of a sudden see that, wow, AI is helping my young person become a millionaire.
Right.
Right. So
So
I
basically, what
noticed
you're
I
saying
wanted.
is, excuse
Go
me,
ahead, Keith.
basically what you're saying is that we need to embrace it and not fear it, and
Yes.
and utilize it for what it can be, what it really can be as far as our futures are concerned, and not fear AI. Correct.
Yeah,
Can't fear.
Yeah.
Can't fear.
I mean, I think you straight on point as far as leaning into it. I know we kind of dive into AI quite a bit, and I mean they're looking at like it increasing by 800-fold in the next year, just on average. I mean, now what if it's half right? That's still phenomenal from what it's doing right now. So leaning into it is your best bet. And for our young people, if they can get into it now, they can be those career prompters or create their own business. So I really, really feel you as far as leaning into that. And
I just want to say one thing though.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna be careful with this statement, and I'm gonna carefully craft it.
Okay.
I don't want to stun innovation. I think that it is important that we allow companies that are, working with AI to do their thing. But we have to create safeguards for our citizenry. I don't care what anybody say. We have to protect, especially when it comes to media. Because right now you can set up AI to become a whole media group.
Yes.
And it is.
Right.
They're doing it right now, and they're doing some really sinister stuff. I'm not going to turn the show in that direction, but they're doing quite a few things in reference to that. So I concur that, I believe you there. Indeed.
So we need a senator who understands this, who knows how to create laws that don't, hinder, our advancement, but protect the citizens.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You need a lot of safeguards there.
Well, Candidate Cruz, I wanted to look. I love a lot of what I'm hearing tonight, and this is one of the reasons why we like to bring on elected officials and people that's aspiring to be elected officials, because you learn, and without knowing, the people could lose a great candidate or a candidate just because they never took the time to listen to your platform. And a lot of what I'm hearing tonight has really got me excited about your ideas. I will say that tremendously, and I hope it has helped others as well. And if you're in the chat, you can ask a question if you like, or you can, just make a comment to Candidate Cruz. But I wanted to ask you for your final pitch, as we're some 2 weeks away from Election Day here in the state of Maryland. That's going to determine a tremendous seat for Marylanders as well as the nation, because your seat is monumental. Your seat is the seat that you're running for is monumental. And I just want to remind folks that in Congress, we have only 50 senators, and then whoever runs controls the presidency has a second vote with the vice president. And it's an important seat. So we need somebody that got ideas like this, brother, that's going to challenge people and go to bat for us. But I wanted to ask you, give us that final pitch, man, leading up to these last 2 weeks, so we can get voters out and into the polls and to make the right choice.
All right, here we go. First of all, I'm a candidate with a vision. I'm not talking about all the stuff I've done. I'm talking about what I'm going to do for you and where we should be looking. So here it is. We're going to connect some dots. The states with the highest dropouts have the highest crime. Okay? 75% of all inmates dropped out of school. Okay? That's a fact. Last year, 8.3% of our young people dropped out of school. That's over 10,000 youth out on the street, and then we're wondering why we get knocked over the head.
Wow.
Exactly. Engineers ain't knocking you over the head. Doctors ain't knocking you over the head.
Yeah.
That 8.3% represents close to $1 billion of lost wages. Okay?
Wow.
Wow.
Here's the final statistic. I said it earlier. 127,000 jobs not filled in Maryland because people are not meeting the requirements. And what are those requirements? A lot of them are certification requirements.
Wow.
You don't even have to have your GED to get a certification.
Mm-hmm.
The point here I'm making is it is time to vote for someone. I'm not running for education czar, but what I am doing is showing you how do we get people skilled up into good jobs. Okay?
Yes.
That grows our economy and bring taxes down. Okay.
Wow.
That's where I'm at.
That's what's up there.
I have a vision in education, innovation, and in service. It is time for us to choose a senator who's ready to work, and not just work in Washington, but work also here in Maryland, rolling up our sleeves and making sure these programs do not die. So if you are fed up, I need your help. I need your vote. I need a donation. $20, $30, $40, whatever you can do. I need that because right now we realize that we moved third in the polls. We're now third in the polls, and people, the more they hear us, they're moving over to us.
Wow, that is great. That is great.
I just want to follow up with that because I'm in the best nation. I pull for the best nation all the time, and so if you can tell them where they send their donations, we could work that out. Just say it a couple of times, just in case. Everybody, grab a pen, please. Grab a pen. Okay. Grab your phone. Be ready to text this down.
I'm MarcellusCruz.com, just like my name, and you can hit the donate button, and it'll take you straight to give a donation, or you can do Cash App, $ Marcellus Cruz.
Oh,
that's that simple.
Hey, and Marcellus Cruz. Either Cash App or .com, baby. That's what we're gonna do. The other piece is, can they help as far as volunteer? Can they go there to volunteer also?
Yes, we've got a lot of volunteers, and I need as many as I can. Please tell your mama, your daddy, your brother, your cousin, come volunteer, come vote. I believe and I know that we can win this race.
Yes, brother. I love it. I love it.
If I spent $42 million, I'll probably be sleeping right now. I know I would.
You good.
$42 million.
I will say is that
$42 million.
By them having to engage with you, you're bringing another level of thought. And that's what we really need. We need to infuse everybody with that type of thought of how to grow. And you're pushing people in a way where, regardless, how they say if you hear something and it stretches your brain, it'll never shrink back into that capacity that it was before. So I greatly appreciate, your presence on the show, your platform, and keep pushing, keep challenging everybody when you're talking to them, when you're up against them. Throw that in their face, because great ideas rise in good organizations. And the thing is that we want you to shine, brother. Regardless, however, whenever, family here, definitely always reach back out. Thank you. Appreciate your presence.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
We want the audience to say this to candidate Cruz.
Thank you.
And even the little kids are saying,
thank you.
So we want everybody to say to Brother Marcellus Cruz, candidate for U.S. Senate. And if you're a Marylander on your behalf, even if you're not a Marylander, on the behalf of the nation, because like I said, the seat that he's looking to fill moves the nation, baby. And somebody... There you go. I like that. Is that the Cash App right there? Let me make that a little bit bigger.
Right there.
Yes, I believe that is the Cash App right there.
Thank you, Lisa Slade. Yeah.
Lisa Slade on point.
And look,
You know
we will make this pitch just like we made when we had another candidate running for the House of Reps that was on the show a couple of weeks ago. But if anybody donates tonight, you have to do it tonight so that we can distinguish when the money came in. But we have y'all know our Knight Brothers, Kinder Dizzle 1113 Cash App. If you donate to us or you donate to him, we will donate it to the brother right here tonight. So we just want to let you know that. We would definitely do that. So type your thank yous in. Another great guest. Any closing words, Candidate Cruz?
I appreciate you all. I feel like y'all are fed up, so I'm saying let's go.
Get it, baby.
Where did you get that? Where did you get your slogan? Because it's so simple, but it's so powerful. I'm fed up. Let's go. Who did you?
Yeah, I was talking to a seasoned, anchor. And, he was listening to my platform. This was early on. And I'm talking, and he was like, he said the best thing I heard was you said you fed up.
Liddy was like, he said you fed up. I like this dude.
He was like, I like that. I just fed up. And then a friend of mine, he does branding for big companies. He did my logo. He comes to me, he says, God hit me with this. I'm coming, here's your logo, and Cruz, you gotta say, let's go. And I thought about it, I said, oh, that fits me. Fed up, let's go. And he was like, all right.
Hey, Candidate Cruz, we have a statement, quasi question in here. Now, this is right up your alley because you are such a seasoned tech guy. But I think Pamela Smith is saying, could you help train senior citizens to use computers because not all of them have one, nor do they want to use them. So I guess how do we cross that path?
How do we? Okay, first of all, you can train anyone on it, but some are tougher than others. I'm going to say that.
That's true.
But it just takes patience. It takes patience and teaching them in a way that they get it. A lot of times I'll sit down with a senior citizen or a young person or an adult, and I'll find out what they're into, and then I'll put words that works for them and how I'm training. So yes,
I got another comment that you probably want to hear before you leave. One of our sister shows, Brother Armand Wallace runs a show called Legends of the Past and Future. He said, awesome, and he will definitely get my vote.
All right. I'm feeling the love.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Listen, I'm humbled every time somebody says that they're going to vote for me because that's one of the biggest things you can do in this country is go out and vote for somebody.
Yes, indeed.
Amen. Amen.
I would like to ask one more thing. What would you say to those who think that their vote doesn't matter? Could you address that before you leave here? Because that is so important. We need everybody to get out and know that their vote matters. Could you give that pitch before you leave?
First of all, the way this country was set up, it was set up for those who vote whoever in, they get their, issues addressed. Mm-hmm. Our ancestors died trying to vote. Why? Because we would put in a different mayor. Look at Atlanta. We started putting in our own, and Atlanta changed. And to this day,
right, brother.
Atlanta is what got Biden
in the office. You're absolutely right.
The point here is every last vote matters.
Yeah,
it matters. If you want to see me in office or anything that I talked about, then you have to go and vote. It's very important. That's what it means to be an American.
Amen. Thank you so much. I'm glad you met. Just wanted to make sure we covered that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, brother, we want to thank you, like they're saying, and even the children love you, man.
Children love me.
When you get the children, what you say, young child? Thank you. All right, that's what I thought I heard you say. Even when you get the young children to love somebody, man. What they say, shaking hands and kissing
babies.
Kissing babies. That's what's
babies.
up. So,
there you go.
We love what you do. We love what you stand for. We want to thank Lisa Slade for turning us on to you, or at least getting us the connection, because otherwise we wouldn't have gotten a guest of your caliber on our show, and it helps our show to grow as well. But we just wanted to give you the platform, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
In the future.
And Lisa.
All right. All right. And after the campaign is over, and your audience, you could do what Pamela Smith is doing. You could say the same thing. You can say thank you. But after the campaign is over, you are welcome to come back. Hopefully it's in a with a celebratory way, and we'll be honored for you to come back. All right.
Thank you for that. And no matter what happens, God be the glory.
Amen. 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 Yes. Amen. Amen. We gotta send y'all with a bang.
Let's do it.
Let's celebrate. Let's send them out with a bang. Get the fireworks going right now. All right. So thank you, brother. Good night. And we're going to jump on to our next segment, but we thank you for joining us on this segment.
Yes, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great one.
All right.
You know, with so many things happening in the world, you might not even be thinking about the possibility of a heart issue. In fact, 72% of Americans do not consider themselves at risk for heart disease. But there are some surprising ways that you could be hurting your heart in your everyday activities. More than 600,000 Americans die each year from diseases related to the heart. Smoking, poor diet, lack of exercise, and obesity are the most common links. But there are parts of your everyday routine that could raise your risk. Traffic can triple your risk. One study revealed that people were 3.2 times more likely to have a heart attack if they were in heavy congestion the hour before. Not only are heightened anger and stress levels to blame, but air pollution, which can be inhaled on the long wait, leads to internal issues. Do you hear that? One study found people with high-frequency hearing loss caused by exposure to high decibel noise had nearly twice the risk of heart disease. And be sure to brush and floss your pearly whites from all angles. Bacteria can get into the blood vessels and cause inflammation.
The bacteria can affect your heart, your lungs, many systems of the body.
Keeping your heart healthy. Also, if you think artificial sweetened beverages are a healthy alternative, think again, folks. People who drank a lot of them were 20% more likely to have cardiovascular disease at any particular time than people who do not drink those. So don't let those little calories fool you.
Fake sugar, it'll kill you fast, man. I
Hey,
tell
look,
you what.
you're so right, Arden. Look, we want to hit this real fast. We know we ran a little bit longer with our guests, but hey, guests get the stage. You know, they get the microphone. That's how it is. You know, so
Really good information too. Really,
it was great information. But we do want to dive into real fast to tell you about a few things that we think near and dear to what's going on. We just want to touch these, and we'll have to definitely come back and revisit these on a future show, because we do want to talk, especially the thing that Arden was going to talk about from this video, talking about heart attacks, and because I ran some statistics, and I seen that black women are 2 times more likely to get a heart attack than white women, as black men are the same way, and the lifespan for blacks and whites are much shorter, because one of the major ways that we die is from some type of heart-related issue. Mm-hmm. So,
and just to piggyback on that, I mean to cut you off, but the bottom line is that who's more stressed in America, and I'm not trying to make it a comparison, than you are. I mean, I'm stressed when the police drive past me and I ain't even done nothing.
Exactly. I get that feeling too. I'm like,
oh man, you know what I mean? I'm concerned. I mean, viscerally concerned, and I ain't done nothing. You know what I'm
How
saying?
about
And I talk to people, and that's how they feel, and it's a stressful situation across the board. So yeah,
no
that's
doubt?
one huge situation there.
But look, Ard, there's over 600,000 people that die each year. Most of us know the common reasons for
Bad
heart
habit.
related and heart disease, and it's usually the usual suspects: smoking.
Bad.
It's some type of dietary related
Yeah.
situation. You're not getting enough exercise or something to that effect. But most do overlook these common things that we just presented in this video, because there's other factors in life that can stack on top of each other. And next thing you know, you got a traumatic situation, especially what Arden is going to cover on his part. But Q, I wanted you to dive into one of the reasons they threw out there was this. Could you talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm going to make this as brief as possible because I know we're running over. But, you've ever experienced people who are rage driving. You may be late to work. You're up against the clock, and you see people zipping in and out of traffic and blowing their horns and just acting irrational in traffic. Well, that stress and rage driving could have a very, very negative effect on your health and carry over and could cause heart attack. So things simple like that, on top of the health-related issues that you spoke of, Lenny, when you add this layer to it, that becomes an issue and can cause heart attack. Traffic woes can really push the clots and the blood pressure through the roof, which can lead to heart attack. And I want to move on so Arden can cover his point because I know we're running over a little bit over tonight.
Absolutely. But Arden, can you jump into this aspect of it? Because I found this very interesting because I've heard this many times, especially going to the dentist. Because we want to do a whole show on this one. Can you talk about this briefly?
Well, bacteria build up. I mean, we can say from improper brushing or not brushing or flossing or the lack of flossing or the lack of effective flossing can lead to very serious gum diseases and very serious problems that can affect your heart and other organs because it's it's a perfect storm. You're talking about your mouth. It's dark. It's warm. If you don't do something with the bacteria buildup, then it can build up and you're always, you're swallowing. So it's basically going right into you're ingesting bacteria, literally. And at that point in time, when you start talking about having bacteria in your bloodstream, then you get a lot of blockage and you get a lot of things that affect your heart rate and even your other systems as far as that's concerned also. So it's very important to do what we can go into this also, guys, maybe in another show, talk about oil pulling. And what oil pulling is taking extra virgin, say olive oil or extra virgin coconut oil and taking a tablespoon and put it in your mouth and swish it around for about 5 to 6 minutes to 7 minutes. And then you can also brush with that. And then do your brushing, do your flossing is the same, after that. And also utilize hydrogen peroxide. You can put it in your mouth. You don't want to swallow it, but you can brush with it, rinse with it. And it deals with helping just take that bacteria out of your mouth and clean your mouth on a whole nother level. But these issues are really severe. And a lot of times people don't understand that they're getting those adverse effects of bacteria through not brushing properly. And I don't want to keep on going because I know we're short of time, but that is something that I definitely want to go back through because a lot of times people aren't familiar with dent pulling, or even taking a tongue scraper and scraping your tongue. You can also use a spoon to do that also, but you basically take off all of the bacteria that can be on your tongue that you may miss just from brushing your tongue. But I'm going to leave it there, though.
Amen, brother. Amen. I don't know what happened to us just now. That was kind of weird, but
it's all good. Yeah, Kenny Dizzle.
Yeah, we'll just bring you on the screen and rock with that. Let it go like that, I guess. But let me see if
thanks everyone for being on the show, and this is our first exclusive YouTube joint.
All right. So look, I want to thank everybody for
about that as well, man.
Frida Lassiter, thank you for joining us on YouTube.
Thank you, Frida.
Yes.
Audience, I want you to do one thing if you can't do another. First of all, if you could donation, that would be great. It helps the show. We welcome donations. It'll bless you and bless us at the same time. It ain't nothing like a blessing. So, but if you can't do that, share this show and share it on your feed, on your Facebook page, that the Knight Brothers are migrating over from Facebook to YouTube.
And we also ask people to subscribe to our channel as well, man. We want you to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification as well, so you won't miss any content, because there's going to be a lot of exciting content coming your way from our YouTube channel.
Absolutely. I was getting there, Q.
Marcus Cruz is, yes.
That's his Cash App.
$. It's elected. Okay.
Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just saying. She said she was saying it was elect, because I know he was saying Marcus Cruz. So definitely make sure that we on that.
Yes, and I'll put that up a couple more times before we close out. Margaret Nick, thank you so much, and thank you, Margaret. Margaret was our #1 stunner on Facebook, and she was the first person to log on tonight on YouTube. So Margaret, you carrying the bloodstained banner, baby. You carrying the bloodstained banner. You're on the battlefield for Knight Brothers, and we love you so much for it. Continue to do what you do. Pass the word. Some of us, I got a couple phone calls tonight, said, where are you guys? Are you on tonight? So look, it's going to take a couple weeks. We know that, but I was awfully impressed with the number of folks that did join tonight. And thank you very much. Spread the word. Any last thoughts, Arden, as well?
Love you all. God bless you. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes and everything else. For those that sent that out, I greatly appreciate it. So peace and love.
Amen. All right, Q, you got anything for the people?
Just thankful for everybody who joined us. I want to thank Candidate Cruz once again for joining us. And once again, I just want people to know that you can really help this channel by subscribing to our channel.
The last thing I do want to say is that we're double dipping this week, because tomorrow night we are going to be guests. We're going to take off our host hats and we're going to put on our guest hats, and we're going to be very well behaved, but we will be guests on our sister show. We might be very behaved.
We might behave. Oh no, I might not be behaving.
But we'll be on Armand Wallet's Legends of the Past and Future show. Tomorrow night, that's on YouTube as well. And it's on YouTube. It starts at 8 p.m. Please join us on Armand's show. Armand does a great job as well, and he's getting out great content and great information. And brother branched off and did his thing. We are so proud of him. Indeed. And happy that more good information is getting out to the public through his medium, through his platform as well. So join us on there tomorrow night. And also in the future weeks, we are working on a young whippersnapper. I said young. I ain't gonna say whippersnapper. A young pioneer, a young person that is doing a lot of great things in and around the Annapolis area. And you guys might know this guy as you want to give the name out, Q?
Hold up right now, brother.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. But it's a young person that's on fire, and y'all gonna want to hear from him. We're working on that information, and we'll let you know about that in the future. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Very soon.
All right.
All righty.
Good night,
Good night.
Thank you.